up.
And we're here. Howdy doody.
Hello.
Absolutely nothing's working. Well, this is my last live stream from this location.
Moving stuff around here.
Yeah. So, yeah. Today will be my last live stream from this studio. Next Tuesday, there won't be a live stream at all, I don't think. And then...
Moving.
Yeah, I am moving next weekend. And then I want to get everything set up and I want to stress over a live stream. So I'm going to go skip a week and then we'll be back from the new.
At least you don't have to move a fish.
Nope. I have no fish to deal with or any other critters for that matter. So, but let's see. Chuck's already here waiting on the wife. Howdy, Chuck. Scott, Jackrabbit is here, and Eat More Possum, Brent, and Tom, and Yellow Rose Lee. Happy birthday. Very belated, but you weren't here last week, so there it is. And Lee McCready. Howdy, fella.
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome to the Madhouse. So what did you think of today's release?
It's the 7th version of the
Yeah.
Now which release? Because
I think we're now getting to the point where we're overdoing it.
Potenzic released their Mini 2 today, which was kind of quiet. Nobody really cared or noticed. Did anybody watch any of those? There isn't very many of them.
No, I have not paid attention to Potenzic. We got a DJI product dropping in 2 days.
Yeah.
Whatever that might be.
Well, the gimbal is, it's just them and Insta360 just slapping each other in the face.
Yeah, that's just a kicker. Insta360 now released the same freaking LiDAR thing for their gimbal, phone gimbal. So, yeah.
Insta360 is on the target list.
I got a question for you. And I know you got both the Action 4 and you got the 5 Pro. And I'm seeing a lot of people saying that the 4 actually has the better picture of the two.
I think it has the traditional color. color profile, and I think people like that. I think the new one, the Action 5, is way bright. The video I put out today had the 5, was the 5, and it's just really, it's really
Is it bright or blown out?
it's just a little bit. It does weird stuff with your skin. It's probably the way I've got it set up. I should just set it up in 8-bit. But I have it in 10-bit color right now, and really it just, I try and make use of the sensor, but I'm having trouble with it. I use it, but the Pocket 3 is still the best camera they have. And if in the actions, if you don't mind a little bit of blur, people complained about the the blur on the Action 4, that the image is a little blurry. Close up, you have to get far away. Without that macro lens, you get some blur. But I don't know. I don't see. I'm not that much of a purist. To me, it's mostly about just natural color. Can you just turn the camera on and?
Yeah.
I still have cough.
The Action 4 standard combo is a refurbished unit for $239.
Yeah, the Action 4 is. It's just like everything. You have to.
They had a sale on that thing for like $169 an hour.
Oh yeah, it's well worth more than $169. And I have very little desire to sell it at all. It's nice to have those cameras because they're all really good. But it's no match. None of those are any match for a 1-inch Pocket 3. The Pocket 4 is what people are shooting for when it comes to camera science. Pocket 3, it's just perfect. It's got real camera, depth of field, and the colors, you don't have to mess with much. Just take some of the sharpness out and you're done. You don't have to do anything. And that's the beauty of that camera. And the Pocket 2 is the same way. It was just turn it on and let it roll. So I don't know. I think the quad bear sensor is hard to control, and they just need to make a dummy proof action camera. That's kind of what GoPro was doing. And
so I come across this Facebook post today. A guy has here in San Antonio has a Mavic Mini. So the original, the Mini one, with the black batteries and the black controller. And he was asking, for how much he could sell that thing for.
Oh, that's right. We're going to talk about that. I think we should.
And I'm thinking 175 should be a good price for a Mavic with a couple extra batteries, but it's a Mavic 1, so it's a 2.7K camera. He does have 3 batteries with it, but I'm thinking about 175 should be about a good price on the secondary market.
There's some really good deals on those minis. I mean, this is like a newbie drone buyer's dream world right now. There's so many available, and their prices are good. And there's really
well, I mean, you pointed out the Spectre yesterday for $219, and that's a 4K drone. So
yeah,
you're not going to see $200 for a Mavic 1 if you can buy a Mavic the same thing as 4K for $20 more. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, if you're going to sell your mini, you're going to take it in the chin, but You probably got a lot of years out of it. So, I mean, think about that. If you look at the Mini 3, how long it's been, that one still has a really good resale value, maybe $400, and it's worth every bit of it. The Mini 2s, once you get into the 1/1 point world of sensors, DJI did a lot of experimenting, and I just really enjoy the colors coming out of that camera.
Yeah, but the Mavic 1, remember the Mavic 1 had lithium ion batteries. So those batteries last forever.
Yes.
So I don't think that.
Oh, the Mini 1 Mini 1, Mini 2, Mini 2 SE, anything that can run that battery system, all of those drones can run it. And like you're saying, there's a lot of aftermarket.
Yeah. I mean, you can't up the resolution on it, aftermarket or not. So
Jim's saying, is the Mini 3 worth more than $400? Yeah.
First of all, howdy, Jim, and no, not the Mavic OG. This the Mavic Mini OG.
The Mini, yeah. We're talking. I'm sorry.
The very first generation that had the black batteries and the black controller with it.
Right. That's what I mean. Oh yeah. If you want to go back to the Mavic 3 Classic,
yeah, Mavic 3 Classic is completely
$1,200, $1,300. You still can't get a hold of that. It's too good.
Yeah.
The camera in there is still the pro camera, so it's the micro 4/3 camera, which is the best camera on a drone right now.
And then I saw a post where a guy bought an Air 2S out of a pawn shop.
Oh, Air 2S has got a 1-inch, yeah.
Had the drone, was 4 batteries and a hard case. It was missing the controller. So he ran home, grabbed his N1 controller, went back to the store, made sure that everything came on, and picked up the Air 2S with 4 batteries and a hard case for $180.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I would buy that. I would buy that in a second. I mean, if I saw that sitting at a store, all I'd do is turn it on to see if it works and that the gimbal would set up. And I'm like, all right. The Mavic 2 and the Mavic 2S. The Mavic 2's camera is getting dated. But the 2S has got a very advanced camera.
Yeah.
Most people don't know that.
Well, I still have mine sitting right there.
Yeah, when the 2S came out, it came out with the camera that everybody dreamed of on the drone. You know, it was a 1-inch sensor, and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, this is going to be perfect." And
so, have you taken delivery yet?
No, it's coming. It's very close. It's inching its way here.
It's taunting you.
Well, now it's going through snowstorms and 30 below zero. It's in Illinois somewhere. That's where it last checked. So it made it from New York to Illinois. It's inching its way here. The next stop is Salt Lake. Once it gets to Salt Lake, it's 2 days away.
Yeah, I got to ship an update for you too.
Excuse me.
So that Creality printer, now they were supposed to send me a new display and a new hot amp for that thing. And it's coming from Houston to San Antonio. Yeah. Baytown, which is just south of Houston. The idiots at the Postal Service sent that son bitch all the way to Denver.
I don't know. That happens. They do that. They had
tracking. They had the tracking where it picked up and from the shipper in the Houston hub, and next thing I know, it's freaking Aurora, Colorado, going to Denver, and then then of course, the Postal Service says, "Oh, we don't know when we can deliver it now." And then you wait for 4 or 5 days, and all of a sudden this thing shows up. I'm giving up getting stuff shipped out of Houston. Hell, the printer itself took a month to get here.
I had to update my name. I noticed that it said random 2024. My print just ended, so thank God. Yeah, these machines are not quiet. So anybody's going to buy a new printer that's fast. She just turned off. She's cooling down now. I thought I'd be done, but I was having a lot of problems. This one has a lot of problems with the feed mechanism. You need to modify the feeder so the filament knots up on that. It's a stupid problem that I wish they would just send a fix for, which they could.
Well, but, you see the Creality K1 Max sitting right there. And it
looks like furniture. That's what I like about it.
I took a gamble and bought that thing refurbished, and I got stung on it. There's just no two ways about
it. He says his Neo is sent from New Jersey to Ohio, and he's in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
I've had stuff come from Vegas. It sends it to Salt Lake, and then to where I am. I'm between Vegas and Salt Lake. They can't just drop it off on the way, Oh, Bamboo's the best.
Chuck is freezing his balls up. 16 degrees Fahrenheit in the Jeep. Ay. No wonder she has you pick her up. By the time you get there, the truck's all nice and warm, and all she got to do is slip back in and don't have to worry about driving or anything. She's smart. She's a smart gal.
Yeah, well, there's a reason for it, because it's all about the cost of the load versus the cost of your delivery, and your delivery is worth, it's not worth their time to stop because they have stuff that's got to go, one day to Salt Lake, so it's like, for me, it's that way. But the Vegas stuff usually.
All right. Hold on. Jim, Possum, y'all keep that cold shit up there. I don't need that crap down here. I don't want any of it. Okay? Keep that psychotic bitch of Mother Nature up in your neck of the woods. That's
there you go, Kai.
What the hell is that?
That is
that your wet wipe disposer?
It's a cable koozie. You put those really long cables in there. It's really nice. This is like the fourth one I've printed. But I did it on the smooth side, on the textured side. This is the aftermarket build plate. It came right off. See if it has a pattern on it. You can kind of see the pattern right there. You see a little bit of a. Yeah, there it is. You can see the pattern. So that's that build plate pattern. The smooth side. I'm just excited to turn this off. My freaking ears. I haven't got my window open because of the fumes in here.
James, you still need a fridge to put the stuff in to keep it from freezing.
As far as the bamboo comment,
2 foot of snow? Yeah, no, thank you. I don't need none of that shit. Y'all, don't make me call you to pick up your weather here in the next couple of days.
There we go. Can't get much better than that. Look at that. That freaking thing is sweet. That prints in 3 different sizes, but you put your cable in there. It's your cable koozie. You get long cables. Come on here.
So you roll it out and use a little Velcro strap that's too complicated for you?
Ah, I can't open it now. Oh well. I don't think mine's as smooth as yours. You can see the you can't. I don't have the camera.
All you need is a little bitty Velcro strip, and then you roll it up. You good.
I've got a lot of long cables.
That's
there
all
we go.
But
that thing prints in there nice and smooth. Takes about an hour to print that single color. I could do it in multiple, but I don't. Most people don't. As far as the bamboo printer, they're all the same price. It's up to you and what you want to deal with as far as your filament. And this filament here is actually it's any cubic filament, but that filament gets really brittle. I hate it. It breaks inside the tubes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing I don't like about PLA, and all PLA doesn't do this. That's why Kai's trying to talk me into going to PLA Plus, so it gets some elasticity. But this stuff gets very.
Oh, the PLA Plus is even more rigid than PLA.
Oh, it is. It's not. Doesn't have the. Yeah, that's one of my big problems I'm having.
And that's where the dryers come in too.
Yeah, Jim's talking about the slicer, the bamboo slicer. I think my slicer's good. I can paint colors with my slicer and stuff, but I don't know. I think to have a universal slicer would be nice, that we don't have to sit and, have to deal with like the difference between Apple and Android, it just sucks. Just like make one freaking slicer or just allow a universal, like you're saying, an open source. Which you can do. I mean, you can.
Well, Jim's talking about designing stuff and bamboo slicer.
I don't. Yeah, I can't.
I can't. I just. Yeah, nah.
You're using CAD software to design.
Yeah. I've got SolidWorks to do that with, and
mine does have a CAD program. But it's very simple. It's just for making basic shapes and adding, lettering and stuff like that, where you can put in, some details. It's definitely not a design stuff kind of software. But
if you are looking for an inexpensive design tool, look for Solid Edge. There is a free version of it for like educational purposes that you can download. It's made by Siemens.
I've messed around with some different softwares, but not a real one, not an actual. A good version of it gets down to, I rarely hear anybody with the bamboo printers complaining about them not working. That's the one thing that you have going for you there, Jim. I've had to deal with some monkey business, but all in all, the printer really works well. Once it prints, and it prints nice. Kai's actually got he just did a benchy, and that is probably better than the print that I just made. Yeah, that's
this
a nice.
Did come out of the K1 Max, and this is probably by far the best benchy I've ever pulled out of a printer. There was one little bitty string up here in the front going over to the structure, but that was it. I mean, this is pretty much how I pulled it out of.
Kovaction's trying to lay rumors down. This thing is on its 3rd year. So it's past your 2nd year. He says it's self-destruct mode, but it's done after this year. I'm just a couple weeks away from replacing it. But we'll see. Maybe I won't. There's not a lot of places I can go, but I'm at the 13 level. I don't know what your iPhone is for work. The 12 was pretty good. The 13 was really bulletproof. The 15s are really good. I don't know. I get caught between when my HP computer is working really good and everything's really smooth, and the days I have some problems with my Mac, you're just like, okay, I'm just going to stay where I'm at. And then the problem is when you start editing video, really big video files, the Macs just tend to be a little bit better, with the exception to, the PCs with nice big graphics cards. You got to have a 4020 or a something like that when you're starting to do 4K 60 files. But
I just threw a link in the chat to the Solid Edge Community Edition. It's basically a free for personal use only. So
I got it.
If you just try to design some for yourself.
Solid Edge Communities. Let's see. Mechanical design. What's it called?
It's Solid Edge Community Edition.
What's the software? There's NX CAD. Electronic. Let's see.
Now through the don't go just looking. You have to specifically look for the community edition. If you just go to the Solid Edge homepage,
yeah,
that's all paid for. So you have to specifically look for the community edition. Just copy the link that I put in the chat.
Yeah, I just clicked on it. I'm at the.
And it did not open to the community edition?
Yeah, it says Solid Edge Community Edition, 3D CAD software.
Yep.
This is a free download. We also offer an online subscription if you need commercial products.
Yeah, but you need to set up an account with Zeman.
Yeah, you got to register. Yeah, okay, I see. Okay.
But that's professional strength cat design.
Is your weather getting better yet?
Actually, right now I got the freaking air conditioner on.
Yeah, we're supposed to be getting 70s.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to nosedive here.
Yeah, we're supposed to get up to almost 80, 78 or something. My dad texted me and said it was 30 below. So I'm like, all right. The middle of the country is doing what it normally does, which means it gets cold. So I did say something about the reason why I want to say something about Potensic is what I've seen so far from the Okay, I flew the FPV Mini 3. To me, the Potenzic looks no better than the FPV Mini 3. It's the same sensor. It's a 1/2-inch image sensor. The people that are doing the reviews for it are being very kind. And it's not anything spectacular. So if you're interested, do it, but I'm not jumping on that bandwagon until the price of that thing goes down considerably. I'm going to wait till there's used units online. I'm just like I bought the first one, which I was very happy to fly, but there is a new controller with the Potenzic. They have a controller 2. They took the single antennas, made it into a patch antenna, and they beefed up the controller somehow.
Which one we're talking about? Potenzic Atom?
It's the Potenzic Atom 2. Yeah, go put it up. It's worth talking about. I mean, they're doing some good stuff. I mean, the software seems pretty good.
Yep.
Put it up there. It's worth looking at. I mean, obviously they're hyping it up, but it's just a 1/2-inch image sensor. They're talking about it being a pro, to me, and I am of the camp that no, it's not really a pro unless it does certain things. But it does have a really good AI function. It knows the difference between a car and a boat and a bike and a person. It does that kind of stuff, so it can follow you, but it's not fast enough to follow you. So it's kind of like if you're going to drive a car and you want to follow me drone, or a bike or a motorcycle, it only goes to like 12 miles an hour. So it's not going to be able to follow you at 20. So I'm just saying.
Hold on. I just see Sean popping in the chat. Sean, I hope you're starting to feel better. He's down with the flu.
There's the flu going on, and you got bronchitis. I've had bronchitis. All my friends are getting it.
He put out notice that he won't be streaming tonight because he's not feeling.
Yeah, there's the flu is the other one. My kid got the flu. He's in Phoenix, and he said he was coming out of both ends. So
he gets it a lot. Well, I remember being over there about a year ago, and he had the same problem.
Well, he hangs out in bars all the time.
Well, that's it.
Everybody's freaking touching everybody.
And I see Chris Hope popping in there. Howdy, Chris.
Well, the other thing he does is he goes to gyms, and he just went to a new gym, and there's a lot of people at it, and they're all new people. Gyms are another way to get sick. So you gotta, that's the other one.
You guys haven't figured this out yet. Gyms is one of those diners on the street corner that we have in San Antonio, all over the place. Okay. That's the gyms you go to. Okay. You get there, you get breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever you want. No, 24-hour diner.
So the Atom 2 has a stack sensor, and that's just like the FPV. That has a stack sensor, it does 48 megapixel stills. So it's similar. See the transfer rate, 25 megabits a second. That's not very fast. But it does have some AI, like video built-in stuff. So they're putting time into their app.
Well, so that's, I think, okay, hold on. This AI crap needs to stop. Okay, everybody's got AI shit all of a sudden. AI gets to be the freaking marketing term of 2025.
Yep.
Jesus. Everybody, AI this, AI that. Okay? It's still a stupid computer.
Yeah. The only thing I use AI for is on my big apps, my big applications. Some people use the phone app AI stuff. I don't. I'd say that one of the good things that it does really well, the language models, is it can quickly detect your text so it can quickly read the audio and make it in. I mean, there's stuff like that that's fast for transcription. That's a really good thing. If you make lots of shorts, it will make shorts for you. The AI can make it easier for you to build a short form video. So stuff like that. So those are the things I see.
Chris nailed it. Artificial inseminations. That's what AI is. There we go.
But
thank you, Chris.
anyway, if you're looking for a miracle drug, the Atom 2 is not a miracle drug.
I don't even want to know what the picture looks like at 4x digital zoom.
I saw the video. One guy actually put out a video with 1080p 60 video rate. I mean, I'm like, how am I going to know what this thing can do if you're only going to do video in 1080p? And it wasn't that it was put out so early that it was 1080. That's what he put it out. He put it in 1080 60.
Well, it's probably the best picture quality you get out of this thing. I mean, it's
the drone hasn't changed.
And not to quote Kelly, okay, ready, set, drone, Kelly Shores. These cheap ass crap Chinese drones, you know.
Yeah.
Somehow I don't foresee Kelly reviewing this. I don't think Potenzic has the nerve to send
these companies really are not. They're not offering reviewers the drones. They want them to buy them at. Like FEMI will constantly bug me to try to get me to buy a reduced cost drone, but they refuse to give it to you.
Well,
so if I get curious enough, I'll do one.
You know, I bought a drone just like this. 4K video, 8K pictures, sub 250, you know, even had my freaking name on it.
What'd you do with it?
I donated it to Goodwill. Okay.
I would have it. I
felt bad about it. Okay, because I know some schmuck's gonna go into Goodwill and pay $25 for this drone that ain't worth $5.
Yeah, Sean says he likes the Atom 2 controller. Yeah, I think I like it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty, and it probably throws well too.
It's very ergonomic. I have problems flying with that controller because my hands are much further apart. So we can get down to the ergonomics of flying FPV and having a proper controller, right?
Oh, God.
So, so almost all controllers have a width between the thumbs. So what ends up happening when you fly with that, you tend to fly at an angle. That's anytime I fly with that controller, I cannot fly straight because my hands are further apart. Thus, my thumbs don't do the same things when they're in here. It's really weird. I'm weird, but I have a hell of a time flying straight. Anyway, yeah, you can have a good or a bad 4K. Anyway, the moral of the story is it's not a miracle drug. It is it's the same drone body as the Potenzic SE that I flew 2 years ago and said, oh my gosh, it's awesome, because it was. I paid $175 for it. I paid rock bottom for an entire kit, and it flew really good, and it had EIS. I thought it was cool.
Well, we got the Atom, we got the Atom SE, we got
SE,
Atom LT, and now we have the Atom 2.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The Atom 2 Pro, huh?
in that what's the definition of insanity? Do the same thing all over again, expecting different results?
Yeah, there's nobody going to talk me into telling you that it's really good. I have been very disappointed in the 1/2-inch image sensors I have seen come out of these drones, and they're no better than really good. And the problem is the apps and the transfer rate of the video cards. I flew a drone recently, and
Who would pay $450 for this thing?
I didn't do it. Really, I didn't. I'm not trying to look embarrassed like I did. No, there's the entry level is 320 or something like that.
$329 for the standard kit, $449 for the fly more combo.
For the
Are
bag and
you
neck
fucking shitting me? We can buy 2 of the Spectres for that.
Well, just to be quite honest, before I would even go anywhere there, you know that I'm going to freaking give you my 2 cents. I would fly this. That's the 5-blade.
That's still that discussion we're still going to have too.
That was a very big surprise today. It does sound nice. So you would approve of the sound this makes. You already know what it sounds like because you've put these props on your quads you've already got.
Yep.
Very, very nice. It's still got a pitch there. It's still a high pitch, but it fits in better. It fits in better with the sounds in the neighborhood, I guess you want to say it.
And I mean, you were up high and flying around with that. I know you were in speed mode, but with those 5-bladed props, you need to come in low and tight because that's where those extra 2 blades on the prop come in.
I didn't even
the tight cornering.
I should have taken these things off too. I didn't take off.
You could just take those and throw them away.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about it this morning, and I was like, yeah, if I took that off, I'm probably when I fly FPV, I'm gonna get the N3 goggles and I'm gonna fly FPV with those just to get a feel for because I know what they feel like with the other props. It'd just be interesting to see, you know, what it feels like with the other ones. I'm keeping these on. I'm probably going to try the Master Air Screw, which are twice as expensive, but I really don't think I'm going to get twice the performance. And I'm going to get these. I'm definitely going to get a different sound out of those other ones. But these are $8 with the screws and the screwdriver, and you can't beat that. $8. I mean, and they fit right on. They had no problem. They are balanced nice. They don't say Gem Fan, even though they're probably made by the Gem Fan factory. But very impressed.
What size are the props on that thing?
Shit. Let's see if I can read here. It has here. Let me. I got to get a light. I got to shine a light on them.
Shine a light.
Shine a light on them. See if
Shine a light on it.
I can see the words right there. I just got to get a D51 5R is what they're stamped with. Oh, they say Gem Fan. It says D51 5R, D51-5R, and there's Gem Fan. They're Gem Fan props. They are labeled Gem Fan.
That Gem Fan prop is one of my favorite props for anything ducted.
Okay. Here, I'm going to actually put that picture up. Let's see here. I'm going to send it to you actually here. I'm going to send it to you. You can put it up. There's a close-up of that. Very impressed. Very, easy to install. Went on very nice. No hiccups, no nothing. Just worked really well. So that's the.
Okay, let's see here. There we go.
There we go. Yep. Yeah, the other number, I don't know why it doesn't show up, but
Well, D51, so it's a 51 mil five bladed prop.
5 bay. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You could see how the screws seat really nice. They're not, they're
Phillips
you know,
set screws, huh? Wow.
yeah, plain old
That is
screws, and they gave me like 5 extra ones too, so it was very easy switch out. And I'm just leaving these on. I'm going to put I've got my other orange ones in the box that I got these in. They give you a little plastic case, so I've got some replacement props, and that's it. That's I haven't purchased the Master Air Screw ones. I call them the Batman props. They're 3-bladed props, but they're going to sound different. These have a more, and I think the people that were talking about them on my channel yesterday that were saying, "Hey, I've been flying for several weeks with these or a month with these," and and one person said that they flew in the park with it, and they said that it's just a lot less of a nuisance, when you're flying compared to what the other ones sounded like when you have a lot of people around. I guess they didn't sound like a freaking, a murder hornet flying around, scaring people. And
there you go. Hold on. There's your 51.5 Cineva prop.
yeah, I don't know if they did something to the holes to make them a little smaller so they could take those screws, but I don't know if the screws are different. But yeah, that's the prop.
It's Gemfin
51.
51.5.
51.5s, yep. You don't think that they did any kind of an adaptation to the you think that would be the screw they would use? I can't tell you what it is. It's definitely in the size of like a camera screw. Or no, like the screws to hold on a flight controller on those really thin ones. What that? But yeah, they fit very nice. They're, like I said, well balanced. So they come in. There's a lot of different colors. Obviously you got purples and yellows and black, gray. You got the cloud gray color.
Okay, it says for the screws to be M1.2 times 3.6 millimeter screw.
They're teeny.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm trying to drive a screw that small, I'm always afraid that I'm cross threading in the hole and stuff too. They seem to thread in pretty good. I didn't have to do any, I'd have to pull any out and replace it. They just kind of screwed right in, and there wasn't any issues. So, but yeah, it was a nice surprise today. And
well, I'm guessing I just got some. I mean, M1.2 screws are not that hard to come by.
What did you say these are on the used market?
Actually, DJI sells the refurbished now for $159.
Dude, buy yourself a N3 controller, done. And
well, I got the N3 goggles. I just pick up a Love Toy for $60 off of eBay.
It's just a mini. I mean, every time I fly it, I feel like I'm flying a mini. But I mean, obviously, you need more than one battery. I mean, these things eat the batteries up pretty good. Somebody said they're getting 12 to 13 minute flight times. That's probably right. But to me, I look at use case, and with that, you can modify it and use, like I said, you can use a couple of different goggles. You can fly with 2 different controllers. I mean, there's so many advantages to going that way. And then if you want to learn FPV, you already have something to learn on. It's a little bit tricky, like you were saying, you get that narrow field of view. But it says when using aftermarket props, I just use the OG screws, which, yeah.
So they're selling the screws. There's a guy that sells a whole bunch of tiny screws for $8 on freaking eBay. So.
Dude's raping. $8 for freaking. He's selling.
Look at this shit. I mean, this whole assortment kit costs $8. Has M1, M1.2, M1.4, and M1.6 with not 600 pieces altogether. And really, all you need is this 1.2 by 3.6 mil. So these right there.
He's selling
You get 50 screws for $8.
He's selling blades of grass.
Yeah.
I already have enough extra shit sitting around. I'm to the point where I'm not going to use those ever. Says the person who has to buy them next week.
Says the guy that's calling me next week. Where would I find the screws?
So I'm thinking.
You scare me.
I'm thinking that this thing is slowly becoming possibly a failure. This little, I'm the Neo is flying with this. This is the Neo camera.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just what we can't do with it. What DJI does right out of the factory. When it's properly dampened, it's great. And it's got its own little memory, just like I'm kind of like go big or go home. You just either go with the 04 Pro or just go buy yourself unless you're into micros and you like to fly DJI. There's too many other options. So my wife's home. I gotta make sure she doesn't feed the dog. Hold on here, Steve. Steve, the last time we did this, Steve ate twice. Just give me a second. I know it's almost time for dinner, but
it's almost that time. Okay. Well,
I fed Steve. Yeah.
Yeah, you can absolutely use the OG screws that come with that. So that's the easy part. But these screws are nothing exotic. A good search on Amazon and you usually can find them. If Amazon have eBay.
Yeah, what are they? What do you say they were?
I'm getting away from eBay these days.
Those screws are like what, 1.2? Was it?
Yeah. M1.2 by 3.6 mil length.
Yeah.
They're absolutely tiny.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll buy another air unit. 04 air unit light. I don't know. We'll see. I got to get this one to cooperate and not break. I need to put it in its own frame.
Here we go again.
Uh-oh.
Loctite is cheap. Tom, do not use Loctite on props. That will not work out for you. The Loctite eats the freaking plastic.
Yeah, you don't really need to anyway. I think it's overkill for such a small application. Just check your props. Just check your prop screws, just make sure they're on there.
If you got them on there tight, that's all you need. Do not use Loctite on anything plastic. and
I kind of
even going through the plastic, because you're gonna get that Loctite on the prop, and that hub on that prop will melt on that Loctite stuff. Not a good idea.
we should probably put some 5-bladers on here too, huh?
Yep.
These are press-ons. That'd be easy. I think they're the same size.
Depends on what center shaft you got on those things.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up on the Beta FPV site. I definitely want a dedicated quad for the 04 camera before I completely shit can it. I'm just not very happy. I'm happy and I'm not happy about some things. It's just the 04 is the Pro is so good. They really dumbed that one down. I wish they would have done a naked version of the other one. You know,
all right, so it's Gemfan 2218 3-blade props. So 2218, that's a freaking wacky ass size.
Yeah, for the Beta FPV, that's the Pavo 20.
Is it Pavo 20 or Pavo 20 Pro?
20 Pro.
Yeah, I've got the Pavo 20 Pro going there.
Yeah, okay.
And they've got it as a 2218 3-blade. It was 1.5 mil shaft. So
I'm gonna have to order I like Beta FPV. I think they do a good job. I can buy an ELRS ready base, you know, a motor, you know, a power unit. So I just get one that's just 04 light. So it's dedicated. And then when I'm done with it, I can sell it with the 04 light system in it. Just sell the whole thing.
Fall on the 22. What do we have here? Where's the 2218? Nothing.
Nada. Suckers.
Well, I mean, there's a Chinese website. They're always a little behind on getting stuff on. And they might have a deal where they're not allowed to put it on their website with Beta FPV.
Right. Yeah, they might be a custom. And it's okay. I mean, I'm not saying that isn't already fine. I mean, I'm just saying it would, you know, it's already a 3S bird, which makes it, you know, just nicer, period. But I put the Pavo 25 up with the Vista. That's up for sale right now.
That you shouldn't have no problem getting rid of.
Did you know there's 2 people in America that are over 300 years old? Did you hear that? They did an audit. They did an audit of the Social Security system, and there's over 1,300 people that are over 150 years old too. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Only
but
in America could you live that long.
I heard something about that, and it had something to do with the freaking computer system at the Social Security services, to where if you didn't have a date of birth, it would put in some default date and make you 150 years old. So yeah, I'd be really careful with what they're saying there.
Yeah, we'll know. Obviously, it's just kind of fun to see. It's fun to see what's coming out of that, and not to get any more. It's just kind of it's just interest. It's funny. I think I just look at it mostly for its humor. I'm just trying to think if my grandfather was alive, how old he would be. He'd be he was born in 1912. My grandmother was born in 1910. Yeah. She was born before the Titanic sunk. Feel like
My
125.
my great grandmother was 20 years old when the Titanic sank.
Damn.
When did Titanic sink?
1912.
1912. No, she was 14.
Yeah.
That lady was born in 1898.
Yeah, my great grandmother was born.
She lived to be 98 years old.
Yeah, so did mine. My great grandmother lived the same thing. She was sharp, man. She was playing cards still at
Oh, yeah.
98.
Pistol. She was a pistol to the end.
Yeah, I was very surprised.
Much to the dismay of my hometown mayor. Because the home she was in was city owned, and they raised the rates, and she wasn't happy about it. She couldn't walk, but damn, she could dial. And she managed to get through all the way to the mayor's office over the phone.
They did that on purpose. I am not telling this lady
it gets better. It gets better yet. Then she had like her 95th birthday or whatever it was. And that's when the mayor usually would show up to congratulate. Well, he sent his deputy. Boy, did the deputy get an earful. No, kind of like, I know that chicken shit mayor didn't show up because I chewed his ass on the phone already. So come here, boy, you're next. Yeah.
What the heck else was I going to bring up today? We got that. I think.
Oh, Master Air Screw. The Ninja Stars.
The what?
The Ninja Throwing Stars.
Yes. Put those up. I was gonna. They remind me of the props that I have on my Avata 2. Not like that. Not totally like that. Just
these props look like the old Ninja Throwing Stars and not.
The thing is you're going to pay $13 for them. You're going to pay shipping. It's going to be $25 for those teeny little. Well,
unfortunately, we're already. Well, let's see. Free USA shipping for orders over $40. So you pick up like 2 pairs of these, and then you get,
No.
You get the. Do we have anything for the what's that thing? The flip? Does the flip have any?
Do they have any stealth props for the flip? Oh my lord! Wait till those things come out. Those things are just.
Avata 2. You own Avata 2. You need some more props.
I have those already. They work well. They have a nice sound to them, but those are 4-bladers. That's what I'm flying with right now. Same props. I do have to go though.
Is it that time?
Yeah, the call came through.
The call came through.
Yeah, well, my wife just screamed it up the stairs.
All right. Well, again, I mean, if you haven't done so yet, hit the thumbs up, please. We'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I would say, there's no magic, to making a good purchase right now. It's all about brand security.
Oh, here we go. Sunrise just showed up. Sunrise, when are you guys releasing the review on the Atom 2? Potential Atom 2, that is. Come on, I know you're working on a video right now.
If I do it, if I
I just want to see Kelly's face when you bring him the news that he's reviewing the Atom 2.
I so much don't want to fly that.
Come on,
It's
it's an 8K drone now. Come on.
I'm so sick of flying the same
You
crap.
are.
There's nothing worse than when you open up a package, it's the same drone. And you're just like, they just have a different box for it. It's really hard.
You haven't been contacted by Potenzic?
Yeah, they don't. Fimi and Potenzic, those guys are freaking. Hey, I get contacted by Ruko and Holystone. Those guys have been good to me. But at least they make their drones a little bit different, even though fundamentally they're the same. But anyway, I better get my butt going.
I see TJ in here and Bob Casey is in here too.
But I already told you guys, go find a used go find that the best review is the mini clone, the mini 4K clone. Just go get that. It's such a good one. $219. There's absolutely no reason. It's so cheap that I might have to buy that thing. It's just getting rid of it. I don't know if the postage on it would cost more than the drone. Trying to sell it. Yeah, the Specta Mini. The Spec is $220. It is so priced well. And if you have more money to burn, go buy that Specta Air. That thing's another one that if you want to have a big drone feel, and with the RC2 it comes with, it's like $899. It is such a freaking steal. So anyway, for the camera and what that drone can do, it's a Mavic. It's a Mavic with a smaller camera package, but it don't look small. It's freaking gimbal's huge. So,
all right. One more time as a reminder, next Tuesday, no live stream from me. I'm moving. I'm getting the new office set up. I spent last weekend putting a new floor in there. Well, shoot, I got pictures right here that I can, kind of share. So those are construction pictures here.
Yes, the floor turned out great.
Put in a new floor. So now I got to just trim it out and throw a little bit more paint around.
What'd you use to cut your boards? Do you have a little little miter saw?
I used utility knife most of the time, and then I've got one of them oscillating saws.
Oh, really? You can snap those?
Yeah, you snap.
Oh, wow. That's really good.
You absolutely snap those. But anything angle cutting, I did break out the circular saw. I did buy a miter saw and ended up not even using that.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention, but maybe I did see him snapping them because they're vinyl. Yeah. You just score it and
even if you just had a little sliver to cut off, you give it a good score and get a hold of it with like some lineman pliers.
Bang. Huh?
And just work it across. It'll snap right off.
Cool.
So that was actually fairly easy. Just if you have bat knees and the bat back, that's
the only problem is you got to crawl around and all righty, man. I think it's once again, stop buying crap, guys. I can't tell people, I can't give you any more advice. I got a story that I'd like to share with you, but I can't. And unfortunate story of somebody that didn't listen to me the other day. And I can't talk them out of it. And they didn't listen. I told them exactly what to get. But nobody thinks I know anything, including all the freaking. Just so sick of it. I guess that's what makes my channel fun is Oh, well.
Yeah. Well,
You guys listen. You guys listen.
sometimes. We're listening. We listen to advice just as much as you do to your own.
You know what I don't like. And that's not a lot of things. But there's some crap out there. And it's just, if you're a first-time drone buyer, it's such an easy thing, you know? It's so easy. And it's so inexpensive right now. All right, that's enough of that.
Yeah. We'll call it here, and we'll see y'all next week. No, not next week. Week after next, because next week there's not going to be nothing.
Yes, and Action 4. If you can find one of those deals out there, man, where people have shunned that thing, no reason to not have one of those if you want to start action cameraing right now. It's the same idea. Same ideas. Great quality. Probably arguably better than the Action 5 if you're a camera.
All right, and Chuck and Lori, you all be careful up there getting home. I don't want to deal with the weather that you guys
Crap.
with.
Yeah, probably right too. Except for the pocket.
Yeah.
Even the big camera channels cannot badmouth the pocket. They have a hell of a time doing it. It's so easy.
Well, they could, but it won't do any good. Anyway.
All right, man.
We'll see y'all later. Not next week, but the week after. And until then,
Good
y'all
luck.
be safe out there, and we'll catch y'all later.